Tinker out first. Just get him out of here.
Yeah.
Other
Dsack,
people.
captain of Dsack, very much respects Tinker. I played a game with him when we first met, and he had nothing good to say.
Historically, I haven't been as much of a hater of Tinker as everybody else, but I understand.
Yes.
I feel
yes.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think anyone plays Tinker. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's okay banning him. But...
Yeah. Well, since the rework, I'd know about that, man. I do know about Spectre.
Oh.
And I know to get her out of my games.
Oh yeah. Wasn't a big
Spectre just in these scrims. I think
Radiant
she can
team ban.
benefit from the teamwork a lot more. These players don't necessarily work as a team that frequently, but Spectre kind of slots directly into that, and her game plan is very clear. So you can just use your ult, grab a kill, and back off, do these certain things. So banning her, I think, is pretty good. Same
Yes.
with Tidehunter, great.
And it's been a while now. I actually think maybe 14-ish months when Spectre has had that new ultimate, which means it's an extremely low cooldown. It feels so good using it in 30 seconds and getting the kill on the hard support, knowing in another 30 seconds you just have to TP to base, get your mana, and back out you go. You don't have to waste it. Whereas your Voids, your Juggernauts, you TP in, you use your ult poorly, and then you have to wait a whole year before you can use it again.
A whole year. A financial year. You have to put in your taxes, wait
Yeah.
to come back.
And it's coming up.
Then you can all again.
Yeah, June 30th, it is coming up, so maybe you'll be able to use your ult again if you Juggernaut or Faceless Void.
Yeah, as long as you have the papers, you put them in correctly.
Put the papers in.
Nature's Prophet ban, another fantastic ban. He's obviously in a pretty good spot at the moment.
Yes.
Pretty regularly.
Team ban.
I...
Ironwood Trent causing all sorts of issues.
It is, it makes it easier to control, and it just
10 seconds.
allows... Like, you're not feeding so much to your enemy team. Like a bunch of these little weak Trents. Often that big boy doesn't die. You walk him away and he's good to go.
Yeah, deny him or all sorts of different things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely a much more consistent facet than some of the other picks we've seen. That's enabled the hero almost completely, I feel.
Yes, and
TP is TP.
Oh yeah, and it's so he's in the pro scene as well, because he obviously got that change where he became a universal hero. Everyone in the pro scene, it's been in I think it's 3 tournaments in a row now of the minor tournaments. He's been highest ban and pick and win rate. So the pros obviously respect him as well. They always think that you can go in any position. Obviously off lane isn't the greatest, but you don't you get a Maelstrom. After that, you can build a pipe. You can build a Vlad. You can build a Crimson Guard. You don't have to be this big, hard-hitting man. You just have to be there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can do a lot with a hero. I mean, it's the same with like Darkseer in the sense of Darkseer used to be a hero where you would just plop him in lane. He would always get money, and that means that he can itemize to whatever he needs.
Right.
Greaves, Crimson Guard, pipe, etc., etc. Prophet is the same, but he has a lot higher damage potential, and he can rat. He can really
10 seconds remaining.
just chip away at those towers.
Yeah.
Oh, Jakiro. I love
5
Jakiro.
seconds remaining.
Does Jakiro have an interesting facet that you want to speak about, Mitchie?
I love the Ice Path facet. I think it's elegant. I think it's so beautiful.
It really is.
Because not only do you have the... you can activate it early, but the thing about Ice Path is it remains there as something you can interact with. If you haven't been stunned by it, you walk into it, you get stunned. But when you explode it early, that thing goes away. So you have to decide whether you want that extra bit of stun and damage on the main target, or do you need to keep it there
Radiant
to stop
team
someone
ban.
sort of counter-initiating.
Oh yeah, fun
Love it.
facets are diverse.
Decision making.
10
I love
seconds.
decision making.
Radiant
Yeah,
team ban.
decision-making facets. Good little summary there. We've got an Oracle. Now, on Zero Expectations, I have played with... I don't think I've played with any of the players except for Scarecrow there. Stargirl, their captain, or known as Misa. I'm not sure. I think it was
5
I think that was a friend that suggested this, and then she brought in another friend, and then the other 4 players as well. So the other 3 players of that team, I haven't played with any of them, so I can't give any insight into what they're sort of going through their minds and stuff. So
Okay.
this is all this is as if I'm watching a new team just like you.
They have zero expectations. That's what we can tell.
10 seconds remaining.
Echoing.
5 seconds remaining.
I've been told that my voice is echoing a little bit. Let's see if we can
Dire
fix.
team pick.
Let's see if we can fix that. Slam Eddie's the best from Ali Productions. He's back. The guy with the naughty word in his name is better. Ah, I am him. Yet again.
10 seconds remaining.
He's got interest from the chat. Often, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what it is about his name that is causing so much
Radiant
interest,
team
but he certainly is getting it.
All right, Grimstroke coming out. A bit of a squishy support
10
duo
seconds remaining.
from Zero Expectations. Grim and Oracle, they do have
5
some
seconds
disables, some
remaining.
lockdown, but it's not as easy as point and click to get that to actually connect.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Radiant team.
Also, Grimstroke, I think, is a support that can level differently. So, like a lot of supports, you know, like Oracle, she's probably just going to get the Q and the E. You want the dispel, you want the root, you want the damage.
Dire team
Whereas Grimstroke, his level 3 on all of his talents
Dire
are.
team pick.
Oh my goodness! Click, click, click! 3 heroes just come out incredibly fast. But yeah, Grimstroke, his level 3s are very important. So even on his W, the silence, his level 3 has, I think, 9 hits compared to the 4. So it
10
goes up by
seconds
quite a lot.
remaining.
And then obviously his nuke, the level 3 is where it starts clearing
5
that range creep
seconds
if you get a
remaining.
few things, and most of the
Yep.
wave. And then of course his stun, it does a lot more damage. I think the nuke goes to 320 at level 3. So it's like he's a hero that you can decide what you want to play and play around with it.
Yeah, I feel like the W especially, that spirit
Radiant
is
team pick.
very important against certain heroes. You need to get that, and sometimes you need to max it first. But it's not necessarily something you want to max first all the time.
Yeah, Phantom's Embrace.
You really want to be able to spam the Q, the ink, if you can.
You
That's
do.
maybe your ticket to farm.
Yes, it's
and a bit of harass.
it's at least a level 1 for me if I'm playing Grimstroke, to be honest. You just want to be able to use it, throw it out. It's a lot of mana though.
Yeah. I mean that's. I see a lot of supports. You know, they'll come into lane and they'll be on full mana, not leveling a spell, sort of waiting to see what their opponents are doing. Well, sometimes actually, what you want to do is you can level that spell 30 seconds, go skirmish at the rune. You can maybe use that spell once or twice, and by the time you get back to lane and are using it again, you're probably full mana again. You know, free usages as long as you're regenerating your mana.
Yeah.
Radiant team back.
So we've finally got an invoker with a point cast spell finally. So there's something to combo with the Grimstroke. Now Oracle can obviously do a bit of damage if they're linked, but Pangolier. We've got
Well, a team fight disruption.
a lot of teamfight disruption. They have a lot of teamfight disruption, really. Jakura Ice Path, we've got Pudge Hook, and
10
Disruptor
seconds
is obviously a big issue. And then they do have the RP. It's hard to hit, but it can sort of deal with a Pango a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it is hard to hit. I mean, no matter what, when you RP the roll, it's going to stun you after you finish it. But definitely can be useful.
Dire team back.
Zero Expectations looking to pick up. I feel like a melee hero, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe a
Something
Juggernaut.
that can get in there
and really bully this Disruptor and Jakira. The problem is, I mean, they already have a bunch of range supports, so they shouldn't actually be too
10
stressed out about this
seconds
carry
remaining.
pick in terms of lane, I think.
Right.
They need to focus on something that will
5
synergize
seconds
with
remaining.
their draft and allow them to get on top of those backline. Because
Mm.
I think Pango and Pudge are just going to be running interference.
Yeah,
And
for
Magnus
sure.
and Pudge don't necessarily dive the backline that well, unless you get a good RP.
I personally, especially when a
Team
disruptor's
back.
picking the enemy team, I go straight away for a lifestealer or a jug, and I really like jug here, especially because he doesn't care about Pangolier. Like ult him, and he will roll you around to the team, or it'll kill him. I love jug against Pangolier and against disruptor. You can spin, get out of that pesky glimpse if you're getting gone on, and of course he works with the Magnus as well. I think he lanes very well against Pudge as long as you're playing aggressive, spinning early, getting
10
damage.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think Pudge is definitely if you
5
get
seconds
on top of a
remaining.
Pudge lane at level 1, I think he really starts to struggle. He's got pretty minimal armor. He has to get in close. He takes a lot of damage very, very fast. But yeah, like you said, you need to get many lanes. You need to get on top of at level 1. And if you don't secure your level 2 before their level 2, then that can be losing a lane that you have to spend another 8 minutes in. You know, like you have to stay here, but you know that it's lost because you just didn't apply that much pressure early.
Right.
Didn't get this Pudge out before maybe he got hook and rot, and now he's just sitting hooking you like
Yeah,
crazy.
right.
I mean, the level
Dire
2 on
team.
Jakiro and Disruptor is also just really, really powerful. A
Monkey
lot of level
King.
2 here. There's a lot of stun and nuke for both teams.
Yes. Now, Monkey King has been picked, and if I think that they should try and obviously get Oracle against that Monkey King for the obvious reason that he can dispel the Jingu Mastery.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
If they, obviously, if they're stream sniping, they'll hear me and might, might adjust to that. But it does have a 1 minute delay, so hopefully it's. But otherwise, I hope that they were thinking about that anyway, and maybe a bit of a misplay by Monkey King, by Dsack, sorry.
A lot of melee heroes now feel kind of lackluster against the Monkey King. Drow was banned. They are going to go for the lifestealer.
It is the lifestealer.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about that against the Monkey King.
Yep.
Because lifestealer, he loves to just sit in things, but you can't sit a Monkey King on. You really can't. And you can get the Ags, and I think that's just like, that's still a bad thing for the lifestealer. I don't think he wants to get Ags. I think he wants to push a much stronger timing. If you're getting Ags just to dodge, your opponent's core, I don't think that's a good incentive.
Now it seems like Icarus is... Right, so Dusky and Scarecrow have switched. So normally Dusky is their safe laner, but it looks like Scarecrow, who is their highest ranked player by about 600 MMR, so enough. He's gone safe lane for this one. I'm saying Dusky, but Icarus. I should use their Steam names.
Well, this will depend on the lane that Lifestealer gets. I think if Lifestealer gets momentum, you can start actually bullying the Monkey King. It's a bit like there's like a couple of matchups against Ursa. Like if you get in front of Ursa, then like maybe you can get the Deso on the Basher and you can actually start man fighting Ursa. But you start losing if you lose one fight at the Lifestealer against the Ursa, then you can never actually start killing him. And I feel like Monkey King's a little similar. You need to stay ahead, or Monkey King's natural kit sort of counters the Lifestealer.
Right. Yeah.
Both teams going straight down mid. Is there a stream delay? Someone. 1 minute, I think you said.
Yes, there is a stream delay. Let's.
Radiant smoked up. They've popped the observer wards down. Radiant Sentry is going to see that observer ward. Wonder if they end up taking that.
That is not the settings that I want. Let's just fix those.
would have loved to see the teams sort of invade
There we go.
the other team's jungle. I think that's probably one of the stronger opening moves. You get on that high ground as fast as you possibly can, and then you just sit there.
Right
Especially
up
with a
there.
fight, and then you can just hook them uphill and get them killed.
Yeah.
But they're gonna choose a little bit more of a defensive
Mm.
option.
It seems like they
And they
have
might end up
guessed.
taking some-
Begins.
And I am him. He's gone for a longer one. And he's done it. And the
Good.
disruptor able to keep the players close. First blood. First blood for Dsack.
I've killed lots of people. I just. Well,
Yeah, kinetic field being useful there. Oh, they actually, I wasn't watching, they put another sentry down on the die, they saw the ward. And now that, because they killed the other sentry, the new sentry that the Radiant placed is actually not in range of that dire obsmith.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Unfortunate. If they'd been looking, I feel like they probably know that the ward is there, but then I wouldn't have thought that they'd misplaced the sentry. Hook onto the lifestealer.
Lifesteal.
A little bit up lane.
Nice bit of damage. However, the
Gilbreth misses
lifestealer
though.
on Scarecrow, he says, I'll come towards you.
I think that dual breath missing actually is quite important.
Yeah,
The
it's
level 2 though, you get that Pudge level 2, the Jakira level 2, they should be able to take out the Oracle, I feel, quite consistently.
Oops, let's
Bottom
get
lane,
the...
Disruptor and Grimstroke are flirting with each other.
Whereabouts is my Grimstroke? Disruptors here.
Get them last hits up. Oh yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, it might
Nice
be a...
start with Tango currently. 7-2 to 2-1 on the Invoker. Exactly what you need.
He's a man of last hits. Now, it looks like nobody is stream sniping, or at least,
Because nobody's watching.
Now, this Monkey King looks like he was in trouble, but has gone for the old ult, the boundless strike onto the whole creep wave, so he is able to live.
Yep.
Especially with that fairy fire. Icarus.
Take out the ward too.
Now, obviously, that was a trade for a 1 for none, but they're looking low. You know, he did plenty of damage on the return.
Disruptor's sitting on the salve right now. He's not using it. Meanwhile, Pangolier has the bottle up mid.
He does. Nice.
Water Rune top is available. Actually, didn't see if he snagged bot. I assume he did, but...
I assume he did as well because he has full mana and he doesn't. Oh, actually, I guess he might have just gotten the bottle full. Bang. Ray Sneezy, the cat. Securing that range.
Tango,
Creep!
doesn't
Oh,
look
the
good.
deny.
Hooked onto the Lifestealer.
Oh,
Lifestealer returns with the open wounds immediately.
You're with me. That's
The Jakiro hasn't got the Ice Path yet. Interesting. It's important not to underestimate the damage of Jakiro. Ice Path level 1, it's a 100 damage nuke for a level 1 ability. That's actually quite rare.
especially for one that stuns as well.
Exactly.
And then with that icebreaker talent,
Well, that's the reason
Passive.
it does 100 damage. So 50 damage for the base, and then the Ice talent gives you another 50 when it explodes.
nice. They're pinging. What are they pinging? What's going on here? The deny. The captain and the safe lane are working very well in that top lane for the Radiant.
I'd love to see him try for the...
Here we go. We got Kira. Absolute menace to this Magnus. However,
top lane.
bit of action top
Kiro.
lane. Yeah.
Oh. Pops the fairy fire.
And I Am Him says, oh, I've got enough damage to get the return. And he does. Oh, and then Misa. That is a 2-for-1.
I looked away. I thought Pudge was dead.
Yeah, no, Pudge,
I mean, he did.
Pudge held his hook, and it is a level... Oh, it's actually just a level 1 hook, but it is that pure damage now without that old new facet, which allows you to get damage based on distance pulled. So it's gone back to just being a nice little nuke. Now, Pudge actually TP'd bottom with the twin gates. This is always a possibility, and he's looking, and he's found it. He's found a nice little Grimstroke for himself. Now, I didn't really think Monkey King needed help in this lane, but that doesn't mean you can't. A team is a team, Mitchell. Doesn't matter what stage.
Creeped. Yeah, cool. Okay. Good.
Were you looking mid?
Hero top. He's alone right now since the Pudge has disappeared. If they recognize this, they really can just pick him up for free.
True, but no, little Ding Dong seems like he's playing a little bit safe.
Is under attack.
Yep, Pudge has returned now, and they end up grabbing the Monkey King bot. Got overzealous at the T1.
Yeah. There's just so much action going on in this VOSL Scrim that I can't find it all. I can't catch it all. Slam Eddie has actually quite a lot of farm for a disruptor. He's already got boots and he's already got his Basilis.
Hero just placed the scent, and he's found that ward immediately. I swear they both placed those wards on opposite teams at the same time.
Interesting. Maybe they're watching the exact same delay.
Invoker, his thought process is he knows the Jakira's missing, he's going to chuck up an obs. And he just, I mean, he's correct, right? He catches the Jakira, just ends up getting his ward killed. Oh,
More action? That was bot
Again.
lane.
what are you doing, buddy? Still a strong start, but now that the Oracle is here, perhaps we might see a little more success. Grimstroke is walking top.
Very nice. They've decided to switch that up. Go for the counter.
Dire's
They're aware.
top
It's
tower
good.
Is under attack.
And it's actually bad.
Ooh,
Top lane. This life stealer looks like he is getting his life stolen. And
Yeah.
and the Dsack comes in with a very nice rotation. He gets that 1 kill and then he's able to secure the other one for his team. So that makes it that's a 2-for-0.
Radiant's
Dsack
middle
showing
tower is
a lot of
under
life
attack.
here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A lot of it's back and forths, you know. I love seeing it close.
Oh yes, I think though as we see the Pango get a little bit more farm, I think we'll see him move into a much more dominant position on that. I think Pango has a much easier time of doing anything compared to an Invoker, unfortunately.
Yes.
Until you get much later in the game, and then Invoker's, CC and utility really starts to balloon.
Yeah. No, that's definitely fair. Is this Invoker spotted? No, he's not. He's playing in the trees nice and safe, but he came at the wrong time. It seems like the wave is nowhere near. However, Lifestealer's pulling for himself. He gets this one. Oh. It's good enough. Soma really hanging out looking for something here. What's he got? And they have. He's got the Meteor combo. There's a lot of damage coming out. It's a level 5 Pudge, and that looks like a level dead Pudge. Nice little kill steal there from Nasina on the Grimstroke. Just ping his mana boots. No, you already had him. No excuses. This is of course a kill secure, you know?
Bot lane has almost every hero pretty close to level 6. RP is almost online, I think. We'll probably see them go.
We're very close. There's one more creep, I think.
They all have 6 though. Here we go.
It's a glimpse.
Disruptor did not get 6 more.
Oh,
Magnets leveled at the last second.
well, there's a big fight going on though.
Rolling
However,
thunder.
looks like this is just a numbers game here. Dsack,
So,
bring numbers early and get the numbers early. And they're looking to take this tower. They say we may as well have won the fight.
Dire's structures are fortified.
yeah, I mean that Pango ult, he's got the facet.
Yep.
Terminal 5. Nobody is escaping.
Yep.
Here's
Yep.
the RP though.
Something that might have happened if there was a little bit, if Icarus was a little bit more aware, he could have used this shockwave on the wave and got his ultimate, and maybe just used RP to escape there.
Exactly. Something you should always be looking at is how close you are to your next level.
Absolutely.
And will a creep in this
Radiant's
wave get
middle
you
tower is
your
under
level?
attack.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your level 6,
Outstanding.
your ultimate. You need to be looking at that, and then you can take advantage of it. And you can sort of rely on your opponents to ignore that as well. They're not thinking about exactly how close you are to your RP.
No.
They should be, but then they're not often doing that.
No,
So
no.
you can really snag a level in the middle of a wave, immediately level your RP and surprise them, take them off guard. Invoker, they want him. Clearly, the book is... Ooh.
A little bit of an items check just quickly. I've just got those items up on the screen for anyone. I always watch pro games and they never bring their screen up, despite it being one of my favourites. I've just had it sitting on Pangalier's items for the last 5 minutes. Let's just...
Phase boots up for the life stealer. Late.
Oh, my
Great
stream.
stuff.
So we've just got... apparently my stream is only on a 6-second delay. So if you wanted to know where wards are, you could definitely find that out. I might get rid of the vision.
Meanwhile, top lane, bunch of the nukes coming out. The Disruptor's going to take it.
Oh, Pangolier!
Here comes the Rolling Thunder.
Is he able
They
to...
collide with a couple of different people. They want to get on top of the Invoker. Dismember in 5 seconds, but he's going to die first.
Radiant's
Oh!
is under attack.
This is looking great for 0 expectations. 0 deaths, Mitchie.
Here,
Radiant's
yeah.
top tower is under
Monkey
attack.
King not using his TP there.
Yeah.
I think if Pango gets there earlier, or if Monkey TPs at all, I think that probably will get maybe a return kill. But the Monkey could have easily just defed. I mean, they did get a bit too deep there.
Radiant's top
The Oracle
tower is
really
under
providing
attack.
that little bit of survivability and healing that ensures that they don't go down.
Let's see if I can turn you up. Apparently the co-cast was very quiet, so we're just going to bump that right up.
Very quiet. I'll lean closer.
No, it's okay. I've got buttons that I can press. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, turn my output volume up to 790%.
Oh
so-
my god. I'm expecting some serious casting now.
More serious a caster you are, the louder you are. That's sort of the rule.
Goodness.
They've still got 3 sitting top. Sort of pottering around.
Yeah,
They
no.
want to poke the T1.
I guess not. This bot lane maybe just a bit scary without that tower, but I don't think it should be. The creeps are right up there pushing, and there's a triangle there. There's a whole triangle begging to be taken. Oh, mid lane. This Invoker looks like he is in lots of trouble. They had 3 ultimates that they could have chose from. Slam Eddie on Disruptor chose to use his, and the Lifestealer
I mean, to be
went.
honest, he probably shouldn't be shown. Probably shouldn't be shown like that. Ooh, Pango.
No.
This is a big kill if they get it.
And they've committed the RP. I think that was a very good choice in the meantime. On the back line, the Grimstroke has got an ult off. The Silence has done a lot. However, the fight's just a little bit split thanks to that Monkey King ult.
Back in with the Lifestealer bomb. They're going to go on the Monkey King. The Cold Snap is actually going to secure that.
Interesting. It's 2 for 2. That's 13 kills apiece.
Yeah, they just got a bit overzealous. I think they just saw that their team was split and not realizing that they're still not quite as strong in terms of the raw damage output right now. If the Pango ult does not go off, I don't think they have the damage for too many people. Unless, you know, they get the...
Oh, nice hook on the Pudge. They don't have ultimates. They should not be here.
Ooh, yep, goes.
Oh, thank goodness that he had his rage. He saved it.
Good execution on Dsack. Zero expectations. Just they're sticking around a little bit too long. Grimstrike had a bone to pick with the little high ground there. He lost a ward there just earlier to the Jakiro.
Dire's middle tower is under
T1 mid is finally going to go down. Ooh,
T1 mid has finally gone down.
wait.
Radiant's bottom
Oracle ult is 20 seconds off, but they might not need it. Invest!
Oh, that was close. Monkey King is also going to go down though. We have got a 3 for 2 currently, both safe laners.
Yeah. Very even fight. He's got Blink.
Pangolier on the RP just to get the punch.
Yeah. Okay, so they lose the T1, but they get practically a team one.
Yeah, they. It's just interesting RP choice there. I think he could have just maybe skilled him, but I guess they wanted that extra little cherry on top of another kill. It was more of an emotional damage RP. Yeah.
Radiant's
Now this
They
Magnus,
stick around too long for this T1.
this Magnus is actually coming up a Aether Lens as well. So yes, he's in the off lane, but he's not looking to be too tanky. He's looking to just poke a little bit, which I think is a little bit of an issue for the life stealer. You don't want to have to, like, he can stay alive for a long time, but you don't want to have to rely on him just being the only one in front.
He's been building towards this Radiance for a long time.
Yes, he has. No armlet either, and I mean, even one in power from the mag would have been able to help him out there.
I think that's a great point. I think this skewer did not need to be leveled compared to the Empower, especially when you have a Lifestealer. Because Lifestealer has he's got a lot of attack speed, so when you give him that damage and cleave, he can turn into a monster.
Yep.
And he heals, so like he can take ancient stacks with that stuff.
Yes. It definitely seems like they're not using the Magnus to its full potential. However, I think he's going for the big nukes. You know, the 320 magic damage, shockwave. Oh, the Captain Ray Sneezy coming in with a nice roll of thunder. Rolling thunder. Oh, the Voker gets caught out.
Is he gonna go down?
Dire's top tower
Oracle's
is
gone up.
under attack.
Tango.
Is he louder now, chat?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oracle getting away. Nice little bit of juice in there.
Nice little, simple little kill. Yep, sounds
Ooh,
solid.
nice.
Sweet. Ali production, thank you.
Grimstrike is so deep, but almost at the enemy T1.
Well, every now and then you just gotta, like, people get hungry, Mitchell, and who are you to deny feeding?
Yes. You gotta feed the children somehow.
You feed the kids.
Skewer punch back into the T2. Just anybody. There's the cold snap, the
He's
RP.
committed the RP. The Glimpse is causing issues, however, the cold snap combined with the tower and Invoker hits hard enough with the Witchblade, managed to take him down.
Skewer.
Look
Oh.
at this
One
from
out of capture them.
Radiant courier.
Gets his courier, dispels his glimmer.
Oh,
Now they might even get
no.
the Jakiro as well.
Oh, but Ray Sneezy's here again with a Rolling Thunder.
Monkey King is close. The ult is good. They might get the Invoker. Yeah, they're gonna get that. Nice turnaround.
Yeah, it really was.
Radiant.
Things were committed, and they got there quick. Yeah, they had a T1 to TP2 block, but it still got there all at the same time, all quick. A lot of good communication coming out there. A little bit of a fight recap. I'm sorry I haven't been pressing fight recap. It's my first time playing Dota.
Bango's actually gonna go down, but
The
or
kids
not.
were hungry!
Buckle.
What has he got? The skill is there soon. He's also going to blink.
Hero,
Okay,
but-
he had him.
Oracle gets it.
Oracle building
Magnus, Blink. There he is. Okay. He's gonna grab the Jakiro. They might even get the disruptor.
And there's so much again with the dust. He's bought 2 dusts. He's got 2 kills. You know what's crazy? It's a 19-minute game. I feel like 20 of them minutes have been in the bottom lane, just fighting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, well, it's more than 2 kills a minute currently.
In this
but
area
it's
here,
actually
20 minutes.
pretty even.
Wash, Disruptor. Disruptor, you were swinging, apparently. We've got aim no... I don't even know. Non-thing. Aim non-thing. He reckons you're washed up. And even though you didn't get fence, I think he's right. I think you're washed up.
Life Steal is so close. 15 gold, there it is.
You can taste the radiance.
Is this courier already at the secret shop? It is.
Yes.
Beautiful.
This
You'd love to see it.
This is a man of 4K. This is an ancient player, Mitchie, you know. He uses the career buttons.
Player. They can prep their careers. And now, Lifesteal is going to take over the game.
In his
It is going to be
next
effective. I do feel like Radiance wasn't necessary this game just because of the Magnus combo that they had, but Magnus, obviously they haven't been using it that extensively. They're using it now.
Yeah, I also don't like it against their Pangolin. You know, he's got. Oh, sorry.
Where's Invoker? Oh dear. Were they smoked? I wasn't looking.
They actually weren't. I think Invoker was just hanging out down there.
Was
However,
just fishing in the river.
yeah, maybe this ward spotted him and he got hooked. I actually didn't see. Let's follow these banana
That'd
heads
be a good
around.
point. Yeah, these aggressive wards from the Radiant are actually very interesting.
Mm.
I don't know about the one just in front of the Roche pit, but I love this one up the cliff. Peeking into that dire jungle.
Yes, that Roche Pit one is interesting. It's like they're not really playing against a Huskar or an Ursa.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ward there. I usually just do it in the moment. You know, you do it when a fight's about to break out.
Right. Now, Slam Eddie, even though he may be a washed-up Disruptor, he has got Disruptor's most important item in his inventory right now, which is a ward. You know,
There's a hunt going on. Hook him. He's got the hook to dismember the statics on the Ice Pod, the Macrobio, the Rolling Thunder, the Kinetic Storm.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, that's absolutely fine. They said this is going to be a dead Lifestealer, is what they said.
Dice are scattered.
I would have loved to have seen one of them go take that wave out, but they're actually getting the group strike instead. Oh, big fight actually. The RP comes out.
Now this is a nice Meteor combo. It's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So the second player to tell me this stream is essentially live, so I'm definitely going to fix that next time. Any of the players in this game watching my stream, naughty. Stop it. Don't stop it. The V.
Yeah, you are bad people.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah. The
wanna
S in
compete, I don't
VSL
know why you
stands
would
for
compete.
stop it. Stop looking.
I don't know if there really is map hacking going on though.
Me neither.
There is. I mean, it sucks, but the game is quite even.
Yeah, well, I guess
one side was hacking over the other. Then I
yeah,
feel like it'd be a bit more one-sided.
right. Yeah, it does seem like a bit of a, if everyone's super nobody is situation at least. Glimpse on the Magnus is a very good glimpse target, I think, even without that RP. Now the captain does save him. No, but
Thomas, the Monkey King, he might go down.
he might
not
go
enough.
down. No,
Is under attack.
but he doesn't.
That was very close.
Yes, instead.
Grimstroke didn't hit his Q on the.
Dire's
Monkey
middle
King.
tower
Oh,
is under
damn.
attack.
Instead, it is it's a 3k gold, 3k XP. Oh, it's a 4k XP swing.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That was a huge, that was a very big fight for Dsack. And it was closer than it looks. You know, the result doesn't actually represent what was actually going on. However, you know, Magnus didn't have ult, and this Invoker, he's got his BKB coming up. Despite being,
I mean, without the Monkey King and the Pangolier, I think the Radiant. I mean, those two cores are so important for their lineup right now. I mean, Pudge has a decent amount of net worth, but I think he's not necessarily providing as much.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
You know, right? Oh, dearie me, Pudge.
even the chat is shocked, but they're not shocked anymore because there's another fight happening, and Pudge says, "I love sticking around."
Yeah, I think he tried to. Did he try to hop down the cliff? I think he tried to, and it didn't kind of work. This is the time, though. Here we go.
Could potentially smoke up, but instead they are just looking to run in a direction they have smoked up.
This kind of feels. This feels a bit hacky.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they just pinged exactly where they were. And they've been chasing directly after them.
When everyone's super, nobody is, Mitchie.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, so am I. I am also disappointed. It's nice that I can cast live and give the stream live, but I understand that it seems like people are watching it. What do I
Well,
do?
we'll figure out the delay by next time.
Yeah, absolutely. This Invoker's net worth, he's falling a little bit behind. In fact, he has fallen behind his
Pudge
plus
again.
4.
Oh, Magnus has actually
Bang.
disrupted the backlines. That's allowed them to get the Pudge.
Very
He's got
nice.
the magic on for a second.
And Magnus is able to live as well.
Hey,
Monkey.
Wukong's command is out. If they can actually dodge this Wukong's command, they're feeling good.
Magnus lives. He blinks away.
Oka is ghost walked away. Okay, and they're out. Grimstroke is actually the only casualty. The BKB used on the Monkey King, the Wukong's command. See if they try and do anything with it.
Yeah, very
I
good
didn't
fight.
realize Wukong's command cooldown was so low. 80 seconds.
Yes, and
Hard to push the timing of an ult that has a cooldown of 80 seconds.
especially an ultimate that hangs around. You know, RP you use it, it's done. But Wukong's command, it's sitting there for 15 seconds or so. Let's check on how long. So really, the cooldown is 80 seconds takes 16. You know.
Lifestealer, he's got the rage.
Rage.
Good.
I just oh, and they've got a glimpse too. He says, "I'll fight to the death," which it came quicker than he thought.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower has
That's
fallen.
11k gold lead currently for our Radiant team. Ooh.
Yeah, now it's looking pretty tricky. They had some great fights there. The nukes came out, the meatballs and the shockwaves. But since then, I feel like the Radiant have shaped up. Their positioning has been really good. They're not getting caught out.
Yes. Oh, bottom line, I'm just seeing some good Dota out here. And these are practice matches, you know. Oh, it is a. He had the RP, but he chose not to use it. He's committed it now, and the Grimstroke is there. He's trying to, you know, he's doing some right clicks, which is an interesting choice against the Monkey King, but he managed to get his.
Well,
ult.
I mean, the Grimstroke ult really stopped them in their tracks just then.
Absolutely, it did. It did stop them from continuing. Oh, but unfortunately, they've got a little catch.
Dismember out on the Lifestealer, and that's a GG.
It does look like that is a significant fight. Is there a
Dire's middle
recap
tower
button? Fight recap? Maybe F9?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That one, it's not that one.
So they might not have the damage. Jakira could probably be using the old liquid fire against the towers.
He's just trying Gonna play a bit safe. Oh, Magnus with a nice little
Off
pick.
to the skewer.
Yep.
Mango
Yep.
is dead. Big kill. Huge kill. But the
Now-
Magnus is going to full 4-star out that glimpse just outside of the kinetic field.
Oh, he doesn't have any detection, but he doesn't need it. He knew where he was, so now he knows where he is. Oh, the hook
He
on
gets
the
hooked by the punch. I feel like he might almost want this. Actually,
force stuff out. He doesn't have his... Oh, but he is saved. Misos on Stargirl gets him out, and now the Grimstroke is struggling from lack of force staff, I think. Now, Grimstroke is their lowest ranked player, so maybe it is just a bit of a lesson learned situation here. The Glimmer Cape is lasting a very long time.
King. They're trying for the Monkey King.
Oh,
No.
right click, right click, right click.
Empower him.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I think that's just a bit of a it's just a bit of a Radiant situation there. Not really. There's a few misses. But
Okay. Up B onto the side.
low.
It dismembers up in a second. Here it is. Yep. Nice little horn toss.
Yeah,
Lure
good
it.
direction.
Power. Gonna
Very
die.
nice. Huh?
Streak of Fate misses Jakiro by a inch. He freaking hops over the gate. Love it.
Oh, and they've
Oh.
got him. The teleportation
Okay.
is 3 seconds, and he needed 3.1 to live, Mitchie.
Yeah. Nice comeback. I feel like they should have earned. The recap isn't very accurate. I feel like they should have earned a little bit more gold out of that.
Yeah, I guess I think it's not really calculating the length of these engagements correctly.
Well, I mean, yeah, it shows you on the recap who dies and who didn't. But the advantage is still 11k for the Radiant. Like, they didn't even slim that advantage.
No, the casters, both us, don't think Radiance is the play here. I much would have preferred an Armlet Desolator situation. Maybe Armlet Desolator Ags or...
I think with the mag, you can also, I mean, you keep the Quelling Blade, obviously. You pick up a Blightstone, and you can even go the Sanjinyasha first, because you get more damage, and the Sanjinyasha gives you the move speed that makes Empower even more effective.
Mhm.
I think that's a rare situation in which you could probably rush a Sanjinyasha.
Right. And there's also the like Lifestealer. He gets health per kill. So stacking the jungle with a mag would have worked wonders here.
Yeah, and Lifestealer is a momentum-based hero. You get that. You get those early creeps, and then he can build that into kills.
Mm.
I think Armlet is good. I don't love it against the amount of CC that I have, because I just don't love, like, getting CC'd. Like, you get dismembered inside Rage with your Armlet on. Now your Rage is up, and your Armlet's been ticking you down the entire time.
Right.
Feels really bad. Which is... Oh, they're going to go for the Pudge.
And the Dsack comes in with a big roll. Ooh. A little bit of misplay there. But honestly, the Mech's doing quite a lot. The Grimstroke is wasting a lot of their time. That's a few spells, giving the Lifesteal time, and now they've
one
got the
shot.
Slam Eddie. Oh, 3-man RP with a meatball. Slam Eddie, he's washed up, he's dead. Invoker looks like he's in trouble, but no, Stargirl able to save him. In the meantime,
Lifestealer with the Rage.
yeah, he's 1v4ing, but not with a blink dagger on Magnus. There is 3 fights going on here.
Lifestealer still chasing after the Pudge. Rage is up in 1 second. Mango went down up north. He's gonna try and man fight the Monkey King again.
Interesting target to man
I don't
fight.
think he has the guts.
Yeah.
Okay, back on the Pudge now. Holy fuck. They're actually gonna clean him up.
Incredible stuff from zero expectations, but yet again 0 deaths. Were there any buybacks there? No.
No, wow.
Honestly, that fight looked like there were 4 teams in, but
Now that fight has evened up the gold advantage quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe this recap will actually, and there it is, the gold exchange with the 5k, so that's 6k.
Look at the damage, actually.
13k
I wish I
HP.
could see how much damage that Radiance was doing, because that is the exact type of fight where Radiance is good, even though we've been criticizing it.
Right.
These are long fights where he's running around and getting a lot of damage with that Radiance.
Yes, well, the situation, I think, and which is why a lot of people end up just going for Radiance anyway, is because it is good. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It gives that miss chance, and in those fights, it's going to do good. And late game, it feels great. So even though, yes, we've spoken about other items which could have maybe been better and secured the game already, now that this game is closed, the Radiance, you know, it's talking.
He's got the Ags now too. We talked about the Ags.
Love the Ags.
And again, while we critiqued the idea of needing an Ags to overcome it, if you need to overcome the Wukong's command, then that's just what you need to do. Picking up the Ags, good choice.
Absolutely. I think the Ags is it's a fantastic item. Again, against the Pangolier, it will also going to work. So he's going for Basher now, which is exactly what I would have done. And then after Basher, maybe even a crit or an Assault Cuirass. You know, so I want them to start dying now on my next item if I'm Lifestealer.
I'd love to see the Lifestealer pick up the Shard. He's getting the Basher. Basher is really good here. It's so good against those 1v1 man fights against another melee core.
Yeah.
But the Shard here is actually really good. You pop the Infest, and it applies open wounds to everybody you explode. And there's a lot of nukers on his team, right? And open wounds works with spell damage. So your Invoker chucks a Meatball down, your Magnus chucks a Shockwave down, you Infest explode, and you can heal like 1,000 from one spell. Open wounds is not to be underestimated.
No, it's definitely not. And it is unfortunately an ability that's not very obvious to the team in these kind of brackets because you're healing from it as well. You know? So like this Invoker, he's right-clicking a lot. So he would love to heal in these fights. They've also got a mech. They've got a lot of heal, and now that's a Guardian Greaves. So they're surviving, especially in this Shard. That's just going to add. It's just going to add to that.
See if the Grimstroke picks up Ghost Scepter. I feel like it could be quite good here. There's a lot of magic damage going around, but there is also a lot of physical damage too.
Right. He's going for an Ags, and I think Ags is such a good item, but he's really only got the Monkey King to use it on. I don't mind it, especially if it's a bit of a comfort item, like hey, another button for me to press before I die. But I think a 4-star for a Ghost Scepter.
Grimstroke's gonna run straight into a gank here. Pango's gonna go on ahead, looking to catch someone extra.
Nice.
But he is cautious.
Is he cautious?
I understand that completely. The last time they ever extended, they all died.
Yeah. Is he cautious or is he a man of Roshan?
I mean, yeah, this is it too. They've sort of spooked him off. Does the Dire have any idea of what's going on? I mean, it should be on both teams' minds. Sunstrike coming out, so it is confirmed.
Yep. Yeah, and that's a great point from the chat. Ali Productions with a Z. Let's just mention that there's an Ags coming up on this Invoker. Oh no, it's not. It's not. I thought it was with that item, but apparently it's not. But they thought it was going to be.
Got the Gleipnir?
Yeah, the RP Sunstrike combo.
Which could be pretty dang good here. Could be pretty dang good. Going for the Gleipnir though. Which is also pretty good. I like the Gleipnir, especially Invoker. That AoE, that spell AoE, very, very good. Was obviously on Bloodstone, previous patch, current patch. Moved to the Gleipnir. I haven't seen many people sort of talk about it. But yes, love it. Works really well with the RP too.
Absolutely. It seems like this team knows my hatred for fences. In fact, that he's unpausing, but I don't think they're meant to be unpaused right now.
No, they said G.
Did they?
Everybody's saying G.
Icarus did, and that is the captain, so fair enough. Oh no. That's not
Look at Monkey King running around. Monkey King's big fat Roche.
Bit of move speed. And now Monkey King has got a basher as well, so like This Lifestealer has also got a Basher, so these 1v1s versus those two, I do think that Lifestealer is going to be favoured in these matchups just because he's got those heals, he's got the Ags, he's got a little bit more utilities, but Monkey King is no joke.
Dire's top tower.
He doesn't have the...
Yeah, I think Monkey King is definitely looking for the level 25 here. I think that extra AoE on his ult is really key.
Absolutely. And his next item is Ags.
Magnus has fished out another one. The cold snaps come out.
Pangolier comes
There's no
in.
BKB to save his Pudge.
Oh!
Poker! It's gonna BKB. Ghost.
Born BKB.
Okay, well that's Tango's ult used. He's gonna use his shard.
They should all go and focus this Pangolier, but instead the back line.
They're gonna pivot top. The RPs come out on the Monkey King and the Shapiro. Macropie dropping down.
Yeah.
Monkey King on 10%. Can he use the Q? He doesn't, but he's gonna resurrect. Hero going down to the Sunstrike. Magnus pushing forward. Horn tossing the Disruptor, skewering him back into the tower. Can they get on top of the Monkey King? He's gonna Wukongs. There he goes. Woo!
Now that is actually a 6 for 1, because Monkey King had 2 lives. Great hold by Zero Expectations. This game could be more even, but it's very difficult to do that. That is a 3k gold lead for the first time in about 20 minutes for Team Zero Expectations.
Yeah, it was pretty much neck and neck for the first 20 minutes. You know, Radiant pulled ahead a little bit. Now it's back to being even pretty much. Still 3 T2s for the Radiant. So even if they lose a fight, they've got a couple of lost fights before it starts looking actually threatening for the game.
I agree.
That was a Roche fight though. I mean, the Monkey King just getting torn down there. Like the Ags coming out on Monkey King. I think the Ags just basically secures the 1v1. If he ever gets 1v1, he
Absolutely.
just sits and spawns those clones.
Yep, it's also just things that are immune to, like, I don't think you can stun the clones. So, like, reverse polarity doesn't work, and they can proc the basher, so he might get lucky with a nice, he blinks in, gets automatically bashed.
Nah, Basher was nerfed. That was a thing on, like, release Monkey King. When Monkey King got released, he used to be able to bash with his ult. Support Monkey King was very popular. He would run around and just cast down his ult, and the CC was just absurd.
Right, and I know that he can't bash with his ult anymore, but I think he can with his axe? With his soldiers?
I don't know, but my instinct would say no.
Right. I do think because they're technically counted as illusions, so they have a lower bash chance, but can illusions bash? Maybe not.
Illusions can't bash.
Okay, well then...
You knew that.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a very good feeling.
Yeah.
Copies or clones. What's the other term?
Yeah, so there are clones. There's like, that's like the Arc Warden ability as a clone. And something else. There's also like strong illusions that they made. So like there are illusions that can't get dispelled. But I don't think any of them can bash. I think maybe only the Arc Warden clone. But you don't see Arc Wardens getting bashed. Right?
No, yeah. Gonna move through the portal for the first Tormentor in the game. They often come at 41 minutes.
Tormentor, obviously, when it got changed, people pretty much ignore it completely.
Which is a shame because I think it got moved closer. You know what I mean?
Well, in some scenarios, yeah. It's not quite as easy to do like after recovering from a fight or like before, you know, you're defending base and then you could just sneak outside of base, grab the Tormentor and you're still sort of close enough to defend.
There's the items for everyone. Now Mitchie, I know that they've got that 1k gold lead, but it is still a very close game and Pudge just got an Ogre Seal Totem. Whereas I don't see another Ogre Seal Totem, and Slam Eddie, he's still sitting on a mana draw. He really wants that extra mana. I can't imagine why. I think he's just taken a fucking shower in this, and he's washed.
I love Mana Draft. Mana Draft is very good.
I agree, but compared to an Ogre Seal
You
Totem...
don't really need it on Ruptor though. Ruptor doesn't spend too much mana.
No, he doesn't really. Combo gets laid down and then he's done. The Ags is slowly approaching, and I do say slowly because I think he's been building that for about 5 minutes. It doesn't help that they have lost the last 3 major team fights. 3 to 4. Whereas the Oracle, the Misa, captain, she's now got a Scythe of Vice. And as I said before, she was actually competing for net worth with the mid Invoker, but mid Invoker since then has climbed back up a little bit. Monkey King still on top.
Monkey King finishing up the Lincolns, sort of preemptively looking at those sheep sticks coming out. Grimstroke. He's got the point booster now.
Nothing wrong with a bit of health. If he is going Ags, I hope he gets an Ogre Axe, you know? I hope he's not looking for
I
right
love the
victim.
point booster for Ogre Axe.
Same.
Huge fan. I can't help but believe, though, that a 4-staff would be very good here. I think our Pudge needs a big heavy as well. I think this Yules is not going to come online anywhere near as quick enough. I think Pudge has just been CC'd
That's a
at his ass.
Yeah.
So many of these fights.
When I
and
played with him.
can't move around.
So I actually haven't been showing this screen here, the scores. So Stargirl, the captain from POS 4, has actually got 17 kills, the highest killer in the team for the die. And the chat, Ali Productions just told me that the Stargirl actually got a ultra kill at one stage. So no wonder that she has a Scythe of Vice.
I can't believe we missed that. I guess we're reacting to the fights themselves.
Which are just busy.
Well, that last one was chaotic. Yeah. Looks like they're sort of
Excellent.
weighing around on Roche a little bit.
Oh, it does feel like the steam has been taken out of the train that was Dsack. They're certainly relaxing a little bit.
Yeah, they're not feeling as confident after the last couple of team fights didn't go their way.
Scardy. Do you think I've Scardy was what Lifestealer wanted here?
I'd probably say an AC. I think an AC could be really good.
Oh, yeah.
I think AC and heavy, maybe.
Yeah, I completely agree. He just does not have that much armor at all. And against the Monkey King and a Pangolier, it adds up. Especially that Pangolier. He's getting rid of a lot of it.
He could go BKB too on the Lifestealer, but he probably doesn't have the damage. Doesn't need it.
Something that I am a
But-
fan of for any low ability safe laner, like on a Slark or a Lifestealer, I actually like an Octarine Core. Health, mana, but most of all that cooldown reduction. Your Infest with the Ags, it goes down to it's like a 15-second-ish cooldown, which means you're not done.
And it lasts 5 seconds.
Yes.
So it's basically 50% downtime at that point.
Right, and then also combined with his, he gets that free BKB a lot more as well.
Dire are scanning.
They're smoking.
Yeah. So you infest, you come out of Infesty Rage. Disruptor. He's going to chuck. The Ice Path is good.
Ice Path is good. The Disruptor
Exploded
still
it too
goes.
early. I think that Ice Path cancelled too early. Cancelled stunned.
The big hook. What have
Monkey
they got?
King, he's getting stunned.
He's really
He doesn't
good.
have that A.
Oh! Magnus comes through with some huge damage on his spells. What's Pudge going to offer?
We're back, but it's not enough yet. The Voku's going down though. The other buyback coming out from the Takuro. Pudge.
They want this. Dsack want this fight.
Save him for another 3 seconds.
Oh, the Glimmer Cave almost saved him, but the Lifestealer is just ripping apart the team. Oracle was out of items. Stargirl died. Lifestealer.
The Infest didn't save him.
How many can he steal?
His middle tower
Oh my god, it's taking forever to kill this guy. But down he finally goes.
Now that is
Magnus
a...
can buy back immediately. Lifestealer. Who else do they want to spend? And how much are the Radiant willing to push this? Oh, I caught onto that late. That is unfortunate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
White cry. I mean, if you're literally cheating, I think you're entitled to complain.
No, he was actually using it to farm camps. All of the everything inside of kinetic field gets thunderstruck
Radiant's
damage,
bottom tower is under attack.
Yep.
and he had it down quite early. It was running out a little bit. It does last for a nice 6.4 seconds because he did get that talent. So they might have thought that he casted it, but think about a Marana arrow and then add another simple Nyx stun on top, and that's how long that spell lasts. However, I encourage shit talking in any form. Actually, not in any form. Let's keep it nice. Let's keep it calm. No, let's not start calling each other rude words. But if they're words that don't mean anything, go ahead. It's a nice pause coming out, and this is the correct way to pause. This is a professional pause coming out from Ray Sneezy, the captain. I wonder if he's read any of the rulebook, but you do have to disconnect if you do want to pause, whether it's for toilet. The only thing that he has done wrong is he hasn't given a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's feeling the pressure.
It certainly
He
is.
needs to take a little cheeky shit, you know?
Violating rules with racist names, that is true, because I am him does have a specific word which which is violating one of the rules. What to do? Now this is a nice little high ground push coming out. They've got the banner this time, so it's going to be a lot different. Wukong's commander, he is 25, so he's got that additional... Now they've been tied together. Hook has come out, but it looks like they are just going to give up these racks until a skewer comes through. Kira, the Monkey King, is all alone. Rolling Thunder has been used.
They're trying to get out of the static storm. He's going to ult when he comes back up. Can Magnus get it out? Magnus. Oh! That's one of the most cool heroes. Lifestealer, wailing on the pod.
Buyback on the Magnus as well, and how is my Lifestealer doing? He is hitting a lot, and he's managed to take down 2, and now he's going for this pudge.
1 second.
Oh, but the Monkey King is coming through with some bashes, and Boka's gonna have to use a spell to help him out here.
If they run and delay, I think... Actually, the Monkey King's changed his tack. He's going for the racks instead.
Yeah, he says a building's more valuable than this Lifestealer, who he just didn't feel like he could take down. And I don't mind it because he has managed to get that melee barrack. However, it's not quite. Now he's got it. He just wants to get that spell
Another
off.
couple of bashes and he's down. He does not have buyback.
Oh.
Okay, 4 dead without buyback. The bot is semi-pushed in right now. I don't think they should be wasting time.
Honestly,
Boots
great.
of travel just yet.
Great.
So nobody can actually just get on that bot racks.
3 hexes used by the Oracle.
Lifesteal is consuming the Aghanim Scepter, actually. I would have thought maybe he'd go for the Boots of Travel.
Right.
I really like the phase boots here, though. Like, that boost of movement speed is really good, but I think the travel, in order to take advantage of certain things like this, certain times, could be good. But they might be able to just snag a Rax or 2 here anyway.
Right.
Monkey King's still got a full minute.
Now,
And without the Monkey, I I don't think they're scared. I don't think the Dire are scared at all.
No, definitely not. I would have gone for maybe a crit on the lifestealer, but it seems like he's queued up a Maelstrom. He wants to hit even faster than he already does.
Well, I do like the Mjolnir. It's magic damage to
Mjolnir,
pierce
sorry.
through the armor.
True.
And it is a tiny amount of True Strike. It is a True Strike on the proc.
Yeah, that's good point
And
too.
go, you can't go down like this while the Monkey King's dead.
Oh, and little Ding Dong using the Glimmer on himself instead of his Pangolier. Is Pangolier going to be able to get out here? Oh no, the Sunstrike. Devastating. Devastating little Sunstrike.
Waiting
there.
here. He's got the Horn Toss into the Skewer. Jakiro's going down too.
And as those 2 kills, that is the first time that Zero Expectations has been ahead on the kills stats for the
Hey,
game.
Glyph popped out. They are going to keep poking these T4s. 5 seconds till the Monkey King.
Pudge has
Buyback
something to
on
do
the
about it,
Tango.
however.
The RP!
Oh!
That was so close.
Couldn't use it. He was silenced. Lifestealer, can he get out?
Got interrupted.
I think that was a good call by the Oracle. It's a nice early save, and now that he's inside of this Pangolier, he's going to heal quite a bit. He's got the Rage, and he's going to try and get out. However, this is a buyback for the Lifestealer. Oh, for a game we thought was over. Dsack say no.
Okay, return. Now this time I think the Radiant are feeling a little bit stronger than the Dire were just a second ago. They've got everyone up. And they know that there's no buyback on this Lifestealer.
Goated both. We've got a lot of comments coming out. Goated plays, Goated Radiant plays. I think Goated both team plays. A lot is going on that hook sesh. This is Dota 2. Bro, what are we watching? Dota 2 or Deadliest Catch?
Yeah, the Magnus and the Pudge have really been so instrumental in securing these pickups.
Absolutely.
Without
both.
either of these heroes, I feel like we see half the kills in the game.
Absolutely.
Grimstroke getting caught. Invoker, he's got the BKB up. He's used it early, I would
Did
say.
get a bash though. Oh, and he's got that invisibility. They don't have enough
Alright.
buybacks. They're playing safe, but aggressive because they have to. It's Defense of the Ancient and they're trying to defend. This is Invoker.
Healing
Grimstroke
up.
on the buyback. This is a 2v5 holding the base. It's not looking good. They could just hit the buildings, but they are saying, we're going to hit you instead. The Magnus is up. He missed the skewer. He had an opportunity to
Very
skewer
close.
3 into the fountain, but he's got a refresher, and he's going to make sure of it this time by lining him up properly, and he's finally done it. Does he get any kills from this? Oh,
Oh, the Mag tried so hard.
he really did. It would have been incredible if he was able to get both of those skewers off, keep the team inside the base. It would have been incredible. What a game. Dsack managed to take it, but only just.
That was a great game.
That was a great game.